And this video is going to be a little bit different than the rest. I'm basically just going to show you some of my favorite guns. You can see from the gun wheel, I have quite a few guns. I've picked up a few more since then, but most of the time I'll buy a gun so that I can see if I can fit a laser on it. I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones. Now, I'm not like a professional shooter or anything, probably maybe slightly above just amateur, but I've shot a lot of guns, and I have bigger hands. I'm a 6'3" big dude. So if you got big hands like me, these might be some of the guns that you might also like. If you have smaller hands, you might want to go with some more of the compact size. You can see that most of these are full size. Now, this Kel-Tec here, my first gun I ever bought was a Kel-Tec P11, and it broke after a while. I wasn't a big fan of it. It was compact, 9mm. Too much kickback, but if you've never shot this PMR 30, you've got to try it. The bigger shells on these lets out a big boom, and there's not a ton of kickback, and this is just a fun gun to shoot, and it just feels good in the hand. I got this Laser Pro LCL-R, the laser and light, that also has strobe mode for both the laser, and you can have both of them on at the same time, or just one. And this is one of my older guns that I've had for a while. It's a SR40, basically same frame as the SR9, but I got this Laser Pro laser on this, but just the feel of this, I love the rubber on the back of the grip here. It's a heavier gun, even with the 40, it doesn't have a ton of recoil. It's just a good gun if you have big hands. Next, I got this TX22. Now, I love these guns with the shape, and this is just a 22. Barely can tell you're shooting it, but it's just a fun gun to shoot. I've got the GTO laser by ArmaLaser on here. It'll fit actually all of these on here, as long as you got an inch between the groove and the trigger guard. This little guy will fit on there. Now, GTO is pretty cool by ArmaLaser because it also has option on quite a few different guns where there's a flex strip that comes down here so that you can actually get touch activation just by gripping it, just like you can on these TR models here. I really like this guy for concealed carry. This Springfield XDS-9 is a 4.0. It's just a little bit thinner. It's still big enough if you're a big guy. So this is just kind of like a slightly smaller, fun to shoot, but I'm just not a big fan of a lot of these compact 9mm like this Shield Plus SCCYs. They're good guns, but just the recoil you get on a 9mm with these, I just personally am not a fan. But again, I'm just not a professional shooter or anything. But this Equalizer is pretty good one too. Almost the same size as the Springfield XDS. Pretty good size for concealed carry. It's a little bit thinner gun. P17, again, the Kel-Tecs, I wasn't a big fan earlier on, but they've come out with some guns lately. I mean, this guy you can get for $180 on gunbroker.com, is where I like to buy guns, or grabagun.com. And it's just a fun little plinker that you've got. I saved my favorite for last, and that is this Glock 17 Gen 5 I've got here. Now, this guy, the reason why I love this gun so much is this has this rubber texture feel on the grip, and it just snug in your hand. You get some guns that are a little bit harder plastic with textured, like some of the Tauruses. Now, Tauruses are obviously less expensive, still great guns, fun to shoot, but just the grip on this Glock 17 is just amazing. Now, on this guy, I've got a ArmaLaser TR22 that just activates with the touch. Now, even these older models like this 22 here, I do like the grip, but it's a little bit more slippery, especially if your hands get sweaty. But on this Glock 17, man, this guy just sticks in your hand and does not go away. So if you have not shot one of these Glocks, with this rubber texture, I highly recommend it. There you have it, from probably one amateur to the next if you're new to guns or looking to pick up another one. That is the recommendation from someone who shoots for fun and is a bigger guy and likes some of the bigger guns.